And welcome back to the show. Joining me tonight, longtime rider Joe Vertigan. How you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
good to see you, Burke.
Man of many traits. You got football coaching on your resume.
That was a while ago, but yeah.
But you've always been a sports guy, and it
Yes.
always seems like around the holidays you'd smartly write a book. And again, we're back on the track with some dirt racing in Shawano and beyond.
Yep. This book is called 51032, and it's about three dirt late model legends in northeastern Wisconsin, M.J. McBride, Pete Parker, and Terry Anvilink. And the key with these guys is I was the PA announcer at a lot of these tracks when these guys were at their peak, and they pretty much dominated the racing. Tracks like Shawano, Seymour, Manitowoc, and they would travel too, like Pete Parker especially, and they won all over the country.
What makes this book unique? Because it's off to a flying start. You're very happy with the sales so far.
Yes. It's #1 on Amazon in the motorsports category. It was earlier in December. And what is appealing about it is these three guys had three very different personalities, okay? I'll take M.J. McBride. He was a Jekyll Hyde personality as described in the book. Nicest guy off the track, but when he strapped that helmet on, he'd take his mother out for the win.
Look out.
Oh, exactly. Pete Parker always reminded me of Ray Nitschke. Okay, big guy, 6'4". He was kind of like the bully. Some people kind of looked at him as. He just was an intimidating figure. He was a clean driver, but very smart, and just his 6'4" presence kind of intimidated some other drivers at times. And then you have Terry Anvilink, who is from a small town in Navarino. He made that town famous just outside of Bondwell. And Terry is a guy who had a reputation for getting the most out of his equipment. He didn't have the budgets that maybe those other guys had, but he won a lot. And as such, especially at Shawano, he became a big fan favorite over the years.
And there's a stretch where you know that these three guys dominated before they got a little bit older.
Yep.
And obviously some of the bloodlines have been passed down.
Yes.
On the track.
Yeah, there's two of them that have second-generation drivers. Nick Anvilink, who is Terry's son, is at a point where now he's probably going to surpass Pete Parker, who is one of the subjects of the book, in all-time wins at Shawano. And then Pete's son, Paul Parker, still races, but more on like a regional basis. And then there's Lucas Postel, who is the son of a longtime crew member of M.J. McBride and is carrying the number 5 on, kind of an MJ's honor. MJ passed away some time ago. So.
Well, and the numbers obviously were the drivers on the car, the numbers on the car itself, 5,
Yes.
10, and 32. And that's really how people identify with the guys out there on the track. When you're sitting in the stands, it's not like basketball or even football when a guy's on the sideline and you can see their faces.
Yes.
You identify with that number, and that's unique to racing of all sorts.
It is. And the reason car numbers were assigned decades ago when this started, before electronic transponder scoring, most racetracks were hand scored, and that's how scorers identified the cars. That's why they all have to have a number on the roof, and that's where the scorers above normally see that. But that's how it started. Pete's run number 10 his whole life, Terry 32. MJ ran a lot of different numbers during his time, but he ended his career with 5, and from like the late 70s on, that was MJ's number 5.
And you know, Joe, if you follow any sport, usually you think you know everything. What's one thing that you can tease about this book that you went, you know, I didn't know that before I interviewed this person or with this driver?
Well, one of the funniest things is when I interviewed Marilyn McBride, that's MJ's wife, I did not know MJ was in a band, actually, in high school. He's from Shawano, called the Ravens. And once racing took over, I think he ditched the musical instruments. But little things like that, you know. Pete was big into bear hunting. You know, he's a big bear hunter. And Terry's still building engines to this day for his son, Nick, so he can afford to keep racing, too. So a lot of neat little stories in there.
Well, where are the best places to find it, not only in person, but online?
Online, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble. My own website is joevertigan.com, where we kind of guarantee next day shipping. But in store, locally, Bosses and Munster Shell are two of the bigger ones in the book stop as well. So a lot of fun. I've had a lot of people say that, you know, I haven't read a book in years, but I picked this one up, and it's hard to put down.
Well, and it's not a long read. It's not a short read,
No.
but I mean, it's, you know, how many pages?
160, and each chapter is like a short story. And as such, It's very easy to read, and it's a lot of tales of other drivers and their takes on these three guys.
Right.
So that part of it was actually the most fun, to get their takes on these guys. And the truth is, there may be some dust-ups from time to time, but the one common theme with these guys, they all had a ton of respect for all three of these guys, and those three respected each other as well.
Yeah, the book is 5/10/32, and even though Christmas was yesterday, it can be a nice post-holiday gift. Just go online or go to joevertigan.com.
Absolutely.
Joe, appreciate your time as always.
Hey, thanks, Burke. Always good to hang with a fellow UWO Titan.
That's right. Go
You
Titans.
bet.
That'll do it for this edition of the show. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you next week. So long.